Hello everyone and welcome back to Azure Cloud Today. As a recap to the previous video, we created a baseline compliance policy which was checking three things. First is that if the device is jailbroken or not. Second is if the OS is above a certain version. And last, we were checking if the device has a passcode or not. If you want to know how to create that baseline compliance policy from scratch, then you can click on the card attached on the top right of this video. And once you have configured that baseline compliance policy, then you can come back to this video to check if your enrolled iPhone is compliant or not. In the last video, I told you that my enrolled iPhone would most likely pass the compliance policy check that we created in our previous video. And in this video, I'll show you exactly where the report is, how to read it, how to drill into a specific failure, and how to export the whole thing to a CSV file so that you can hand it to your manager if he asks for it. Intune gives you two places to see compliance data, and they serve different purposes. The first one is a quick status dashboard. The second one is the proper exportable report area. The dashboard under Device Compliance Monitor tab. It's good for opening on a Monday morning and seeing if anything's gone wrong over the weekend. The reports one is where you do the real work, where you could generate exportable, sortable, searchable reports that you can hand to your manager or to your organization as a audit evidence. We'll be using both of them today. What you'll see in the report, every enrolled device shows up in the report in one of these four states, where green stands for compliant, meaning that the device has passed all compliance checks. Red over here stands for non-compliant, where all the policies might have been failed or at least one compliance policy has failed. Yellow meaning the device is failing but you've set a buffer before it counts. Gray stands for not evaluated, meaning Intune hasn't received a check-in yet. At this moment of time, I only have one iPhone enrolled in Microsoft Intune. So you'll see only one entry for it in the report. However, even if you have hundreds of devices like in the corporate environment, the flow would continue staying the same. We are now in the Microsoft Intune Admin Center. Let's look at the first way through which we can check our non-compliance devices. For that, we would click on Devices over here, scroll down, and under Manage Devices, we will click on Compliance. Over here, this is the compliance policy that we created. So we'll go to the last tab, which is Monitor. At this moment of time, we do not have any non-compliant devices. That's the reason we do not see anything over here. So let's open the first one, which is non-compliant devices. Over here, we do not see anything because we just have one device and it is compliant. The second is policies with non-compliant and error devices. We also do not have any of that. That's the reason we do not see anything. Now, if you notice that this is the compliance policy that we created. Now, what is this? Where did it come from? Just notice this and let's go back to the screen and let's click on policies. If you see over here, we just have one policy. Then where is this policy coming from? To check that, we would go to devices again, click on compliance, and then over here go to compliance settings tab. Now if you see over here, mark devices with no compliance policy assigned as compliant. So if there is no policies attached to a device, it would be by default treated as a compliant device. Now what does this mean? This means that we would have to specify a time period in which devices must report the status for all received compliance policy. And devices that did not return statuses within this time period, then they would be treated as non-compliant. The default over here is 30 days. Now let's go and look at the other report, which is a much more detailed one. For that, we would click on the reports blade over here, and then go to device compliance inside the device management section. Let's click on it. You would notice over here that last refresh is not available. So by default, you would always see like this. So every time when you do this, you will have to click on generate to get the latest results. After a couple of seconds, the report is now finally generated. If you see over here, we just have one device and it is showing up as compliant. So we have the count over here. If any device would have been in grace period or non-compliant or not evaluated, they would have been shown up over here. Let's go to the next tab, which is reports. Over here, you have a variety of reports. Let's look at the main ones which we will focus on. First is device compliance report. Let's click on generate report once again. Now the report has been generated successfully and we again see over here the details about that device. The device name, which is Azure Cloud Today, the primary user using this, which has a UPN of admin at azurecloudtoday.com with the status, iOS, the OS version, and the ownership type if it is bring your own device, which is personal or corporate owned. If you want, you can also export the report from here by doing this and then clicking on yes. You would then be able to download the report and give it to your manager if he requests for it. Now let's go back and look at the other one, which is non-compliant devices and settings. So over here as well, you can generate one. I'm not going to do this because I know there are no non-compliant devices in our tenant at this moment of time. Let's go back again. Then this is devices without compliance policy. So for example, if your manager asks you, is there any devices which does not have any compliance policy attached to them, then you can come over here and you can generate this report, export it and send it to your manager to give him a list of all the devices which does not have any compliance policy attached to them. Let's go back. Now the next report we'll look at is settings compliance. See the number of devices in various compliance state for settings. Let's click on it and then we would again generate it. And in such a way, the report has been generated and now you can clearly see that these are all the settings that are being applied. First, has a compliance policy attached? Yes. Is active? Yes. Enrolled user exists. Minimum OS version. Require a passcode to unlock mobile devices. Jailbroken devices. And in such a way, we can look at all the settings that have been pushed across all the devices in our tenant. Now, there is one more way if you want to just troubleshoot for one device to see what all compliance policy are attached to that device. For that, let's click on devices over here. Since we have only one device, which is an Apple mobile device, let's click over here and then open this device. We can clearly see it's written compliant over here. Let's see all the compliance policy that are attached to this device. For that, we'll click on device compliance. Over here, we see that both these compliance policies are in green, so it's satisfied. If we click on this compliance policy, we will see these three policies being attached. And all of them are compliant because I know that my enrolled device has a passcode attached to it. But require a passcode to unlock mobile devices. This just makes sure that you have a passcode attached. It does not ensure if it is a 4-digit one or if it is a 6-digit one. So we just confirmed the iPhone is compliant. 3 checks, all green. But here's where I want to push back a bit. What does compliant actually mean in this case? It means a passcode exists. That's it. Even a 4-digit PIN passes. And a 4-digit PIN, if somebody gets their hand on your phone, then they can try various combinations of those passcodes and unlock your device. The compliance report does say green, which is compliant, but the device isn't actually as strong as it could be. That's the question for the next video. How do we force the iPhone to a stronger pin? In the next video, we will use a configuration profile to do exactly that. Thank you so much, everyone. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you at my earliest. Thank you and have a wonderful day.